What is stress? And what are the different types of stress? Let's understand this step by step. Stress at any point of a specimen is defined as the resistive force per unit cross-sectional area. It depends on how much force is applied and over what area. P is the force applied on the specimen. A is the cross-sectional area. Sigma represents stress, so stress is equal to force divided by area. The SI unit of stress is Pascal. 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton per meter square. Types of stress. The type of stress generated in a material depends on the type of loading applied. First, direct or normal stress. It acts along the axis of the specimen. It can be tensile stress, which increases length, or compressive stress, which decreases length. Next is shear stress. Shear or tangential stress occurs when force acts parallel to the surface. In a riveted joint, layers tend to slide over each other. Next is thermal stress. Thermal stress occurs when a specimen is heated or cooled. If expansion or contraction is prevented, stress is generated. Now bending stress. Bending stress is associated with beams under vertical loads. Torsional stress. Torsional stress occurs in shafts subjected to twisting moments. Equal and opposite torques cause the shaft to twist. At last, volumetric stress. Volumetric stress occurs when force acts uniformly over the entire surface of a body. Now we come to strain. We just learned that stress is force per unit area, but what does this stress actually do to the material? When stress is applied, the body deforms. This deformation is called strain. Strain is defined as the ratio of change in dimension to the original dimension. Stress causes strain. Without stress, there is no deformation. Depending on how the force acts, strain is of 3 types: longitudinal strain, shear strain, volumetric strain. Longitudinal strain, when the length of an object changes, either push or pull, then it is called longitudinal strain. It can be tensile or compressive loading, so in these 2 cases, L is the original length of specimen, and delta L is change in length. So the longitudinal strain is equal to change in length divided by original length, means delta L by L. Shear strain. Suppose rectangular solid which is subjected to tangential force, P, along its top surface. The body will automatically resist the deformation through an equal and opposite tangential resistive force along its bottom fixed surface. Phi is angle of deformation, dl is the horizontal displacement of upper layer, L is the distance between upper and lower layers. So shear strain will be dl upon L, which is tan phi. Volumetric strain. When an object is subjected to an uniform stress intensity along the entire volume of the specimen, then body in volumetric strain. Let delta V is change in volume of object, V is original volume of object. The volumetric strain is delta V by V. Now come to the Hooke's law. Robert Hooke conducted many experiments in elasticity, and in 1676 gave a fundamental law in elasticity. Hooke's law states that when a material is subjected to a load, the stress is directly proportional to the strain within elastic limit. After removing proportionality sign, we get stress equals to constant multiply strain, so stress upon strain is equal to a constant, and this constant is known as modulus of elasticity. The SI unit of modulus of elasticity is Pascal. Now this is the last topic of this video, which is moduli of elasticity. There are 3 moduli of elasticity, depending upon the type of loading. First one is Young's modulus of elasticity. This modulus is related to longitudinal loading. It is the ratio between the longitudinal stress and longitudinal strain and can be tensile or compressive. Second one is modulus of rigidity or shear modulus. C. This modulus is related to the shear loading of a specimen. It is the ratio between the shear stress and shear strain in a specimen. And the last one is bulk modulus of elasticity. K. This modulus is related to the bulk or volumetric loading, when a specimen is subjected to a uniform stress intensity. It is the ratio between the volumetric stress and volumetric strain of a specimen.